That's my tripod. You can see in the mirror. It is on my bed because I have a really fat bed that takes up too much space in my room. You don't care. I did not think I was going to be making another video on Lele Pons at all. And I really didn't think I would be making one this soon. I was pretty happy about the last Lele video I made. I thought I brought up good points. I thought I gave her credit where credit was due, but I also think I did a good job pointing out the parts of the documentary that didn't sit right or that didn't feel very authentic. But even that was not enough for some people. Here is my favorite comment that I got on that video. I thought you have a point. A good one to make this damn MFN video of yours, but I guess I was wrong. You are actually like judging everything just by hearing. You don't give your stinky brain some time to understand. Okay, I know I can't prove it to you because this is a video and you don't know me, but I'm not stinky. I don't stink. I don't. If you hate her episodes, hate them by yourself. Stop spreading hate. You stink from afar. I don't stink, I promise. I don't know how to prove it. Don't tell people I stink. Don't start that rumor. I can sense that you are way too much pessimistic. You will never succeed in this way if you keep judging what others are doing. Here's the thing. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. If this person doesn't like what I'm doing, I can't stop them. I recognize that. The stink comments are a little mean, but I don't really mind them that much. They're allowed to say what they want to say. You stink, Kunkin. Like, really stinking. Come on. Maybe my last video on Lele was a little bit on the harsher side. There's nothing I can do about that now. Let's give her another shot. The 3rd episode of her documentary just came out. Let's watch it. I'm not going to watch episode 2, which is called My Dad is Gay, because that's just a normal thing. And I don't think that's worthy of a 30-minute documentary episode. So I'm going to jump straight into episode 3, which is titled, I Have Tourette's. If you watched my last Lele Pons video, you'll recognize this. We're bringing it back, because I am all about positivity here.
My mom does everything I should be doing for me. Cooking, cleaning, laundry, everything. Just all the chores I should be doing.
Okay, that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's nice that Lele's mother cares enough about her to want to do all these little things for her. But also, if Lele isn't doing her own chores, like cooking for herself and doing her own laundry, then when is she gonna get the chance to grow up? Lele is extremely rich and famous and, let's face it, powerful. But she can't cook for herself? That's not good for anyone's development. If my mom made me a drink and I wasn't thirsty, you know what I would do? I would drink it. At the very least, I'd accept it and keep it around until I was thirsty, but I wouldn't shoo her away and not look up from my phone. It's a really bratty thing to do. Is this documentary making Lele look bad? I mentioned last episode that she was an executive producer, so she is in control of everything that is put into the final product. So why would she want to show this side of her? You know what I mean? Why would you want that image of yourself released to the public?
I cook for her and I am her Uber also.
She treats me like I'm 10 and she takes way too much care of me.
It's a two-way street, Lele. You are letting her take care of you by doing nothing. And that makes you part of the problem, which is not a bad thing. But you can't complain to the camera about your overbearing mom if you yourself are not taking any steps to fix that. You know what I mean? They're not talking about Tourette's at all. This is the overbearing mom episode so far.
If you don't have your mom, I don't even know if you could live. Because there's a lot of things that she just doesn't even know how to do because her mom did it for her. The girl doesn't even have a wallet.
Rude friend. What's his name? Lele, you don't need a twan in your life.
Didn't you see the video with the animals?
First of all, that's not funny. I don't even know the whole context, and I can already tell you that this is not a funny video.
I don't tell my mom I do this stuff because she gets mad at me because she knows I'm not gonna clean it. So I always promise her that I am gonna clean it, even though she always ends up cleaning it.
All right, you know what? I'm going to just take down the positivity poster for just 1 second. What the fuck? Did you see the fucking video? Secondly, you made your poor fucking mother clean up goat shit after you promised you would do it?
It was 2 days cleaning with another person. You don't have an idea.
Can't you see how fucked up that makes you look? I'm sorry. Positivity poster is going back up. Keep those inventive and fun ideas coming, Lele.
I don't imagine her wanting to be famous to be famous. I think this was a consequence of this enormous talent to tell stories.
That's an interesting take.
And when she doesn't know what she wants, you're not getting anything out of her.
So one's like, you're on a double date, but the guy you came with, like, you end up liking the other guy at the table.
Yeah, if I were Lele, I'd be unresponsive to those ideas too. Those are not winners.
You bring like a guy home, like, to meet your parents, and like, you're really nervous about it, but he ends up like loving your mom.
I'm only halfway through this episode, and I feel like they haven't talked about anything. Tourette's came up very briefly, but this topic seems to be all over the place. It makes me think like they did not have a plan for the episodes in mind at all. I had to go help my mom unload groceries from the car, so it's raining, and I have bad hair, so the hood's gonna be a thing now. I look like a fucking monk in this.
We all pitch in to try to teach her, but she's got to learn on her own, too. Because when people do it for her, she never really learns.
That's what I'm saying. Tell Lele that. Don't tell the camera people that. Like, let her know that.
I believe that Lele needs a village.
Okay, I do believe that is true. It's hard to do things on your own, and having a safety net of good friends like the ones Lele has and a team behind her is something that I think everyone deserves. I truly believe that everyone needs friends like that to depend on. I mean, do your own laundry, but like, it's okay to depend on others.
ᶫᵒᵛ is different than most companies out there, you know, thinking of mental health first. It wasn't a business plan or anything like that. It's something that my mom and grandma have always taught me.
Okay, this really feels like an advertisement.
We all really do care about each other first, and we're building businesses and everything else second.
This doesn't seem to be like it's about Lele anymore. It's not a good direction for this documentary to take.
So do you want to finish what we're doing right now? Do it one more time? Yeah? So go papa.
No.
Yeah, keep on doing it. You're doing a good job.
This part of the documentary does feel extremely real, and that's because it's raw and emotional. Doesn't feel like an advertisement. Doesn't feel like they're trying to sell anything. It just feels hard to watch.
I have tics,
And
they're noticeable.
I'm
ashamed of having tics.
yeah.
The issue is that because the other parts of the documentary are not this real, that I go into this scene being skeptical and thinking that it could be staged or acted, which is probably not what they want. The rest of the episode is just Lele on this couch listening to her therapist talk about her tics, and then it just kind of ends.
Right? See if you could do it.
I can't. 1 second, it doesn't feel right.
This episode did not feel contained at all. I think only a third of it was about Tourette's, and the other third was about her helicopter mother, and the other third was about her friends and her agency. It feels like YouTube is attempting to recreate the success of the multi-episode documentary that Shane Dawson did, and I have my own issues with that. When these are episodic they seem like they're stretched out and filled with content that isn't exactly relevant. I think this should have been 1 2-hour documentary. That way you package all the important stuff into one effective story. And you lose all the unimportant stuff that doesn't feel very authentic. And if it were a larger documentary, I would want them to leave out episode 2 entirely, because Lele Pons having a gay dad does not affect anybody or anything. All right, that's it. Just wanted to pop in one more time, deliver final thoughts about this Lele Pons documentary. I promise I'm going to do my best not to make any more of these. Also, please don't call me Stinky. It's really hard to disprove, and there's not much I can do about that. Okay. Thank you for watching.